Hey everyone, thank you for joining me, Laura Raymond, the Dementia Whisperer, for my weekly Facebook Live show. For today's show, I am talking about working and managing a resident in the long-term care setting who is exit seeking or wandering. There's numerous challenges that accompany exit seeking behavior in residents with dementia symptoms. So let's talk about what are some of these challenges. There could be anxiety that results from the resident's desire to leave, and then further agitation if staff attempt to stop, redirect, or distract the resident. There can be conflicts with co-residents from wandering into others' rooms, and they might experience fatigue and falls from excessive exit seeking or wandering. And of course, one of the biggest challenges is elopement from the facility, which poses a significant safety risk for staff and residents. There's also a potential for decreased family visits if staff identify that family visits are a trigger for them wanting to leave. And wandering behavior is considered a goal-directed behavior. It's purposeful and attempts to fill a particular need for the person with the dementia symptoms. It's also a fairly high-level task as it requires the cognitive ability to form a thought, plan an action, and carry out the plan. And despite having lost as well as some of these abilities, individuals with brain function loss exhibited by these dementia symptoms have very little insight into their present circumstances and often can believe they still have outside responsibilities. Although it can be problematic and challenging, consider for a moment that this person is simply trying to fill a need and that they are using their remaining cognitive abilities to figure out the best way to accomplish this. With this in mind, what needs might your resident be trying to fill when they're trying to leave your community or facility? Are they trying to go home? Maybe they're trying to escape the noise of an overstimulating environment. They could possibly believe that they have responsibilities to keep to their loved ones, to their previous homes, to their daily chores and tasks, such as, I need to get to the bank. Oh, I need to get to work. I need to get home. My children are coming home from school. Understanding exit seeking behaviors will help you. So let's try putting yourself in their shoes with the following scenarios. Let's just say it's 3 o'clock and your shift has ended. You have to pick up your children from school at 3:25, and you have just enough time to get there. However, I stop you at the front door and tell you you can't leave and that you have to stay the night. You don't have anyone else to call who can pick up your children. How would you be feeling in this situation? What would help you to feel better? What would make you even more upset? Or let's consider this scenario. You have to deposit money into your bank account before the bank closes today at 4 p.m. If you don't get there before 4 p.m., there won't be enough money for the mortgage payment, which is automatically withdrawn tomorrow morning. So as you're getting ready to leave, once again, I stop you at the front door and I tell you you can't leave and you have to stay the night. You know that your bank account will go into overdraft if you don't get there in time. How would you be feeling in this situation? What would help you to feel better? What would make you upset? How would these different responses make you feel if instead I said to you, instead of saying to you, you can't leave the building, you have to stay here, I said, oh, your family's taking care of those things for you. You don't need to worry about it. Or, I am here for you. Let's see who we can call and figure this out. Or, I can see how important this is to you and that you're really worried. Let's figure this out together. Always remain calm and use a calm, soothing voice because attitudes and moods are contagious. Research shows that residents with dementia symptoms are acutely sensitive to the moods and attitudes of those around them. Avoid responding with distress, as this is likely to increase the resident's sense of distress as well. Identify the resident's agenda for their behavior. What is their plan of action? And what are the emotions and feelings or needs that are all related to this? What's driving this? Allow the resident to play out his or her agenda of leaving the facility, accompanied, of course, by staff. I often get a surprise reaction from staff with this one. This does require a team approach: nursing staff, dietary, administration, housekeeping, everybody. But do not try to prevent the resident from leaving through the door, because what I've observed, it takes a lot more time to de-escalate a resident who is verbally and physically responsive when you are trying to prevent them from leaving than it does to simply accompany the resident outside for 5 to 15 minutes. Always use concrete, simple, and exact instructions, or what I call positive action statements. It's effective to tell the residents in slow, concise, and concrete sentences what you want them to do. For example, let's walk over here, but avoid telling the resident what you don't want them to do. If I tell you don't go outside, you have to think about outside first, then you have to unthink it. And this is a complex cognitive process. Be sure and identify the feelings and needs that underlie the behavior. Join their feeling to connect with the resident and let them know that you hear what they're saying. Avoid dismissing or negating the resident's feelings or need. If the resident is worried because he or she needs to get home in time for the children, relate to this underlying concern that's real versus trying to convince him that they don't feel that and that they need to stay. Understanding exit-seeking behaviors and prevention strategies. Well, I've observed and identified 4 different times a day in long-term care setting that the environment routinely and inadvertently prompts exit-seeking behaviors in many residents. And these times are generally after every meal and at the afternoon change of shift. So be proactive and promptly engage residents with a known history of exit seeking in purposeful work-related activities as soon as they complete their meals. This should be added to their care plan. Use activities that would have been normal, such as chores or experiences in their home. You can ask them to assist with meal cleanup or sweeping floors, wiping down the tables, arranging chairs, sorting flatware, polishing the silver, watering the plants. Sit down with them and clip coupons or scrap paper for memo pads. Sort and fold tea towels or washcloths. You can request assistance to make things for the children, such as felt or sock puppets, or have them sort blocks. And consider the use of structured recreational group activities during the time of afternoon change of shift in a setting away from the staff interchange where they're coming in and out. Try group activities such as sing-alongs that provide comfort, solace, and or inspiration. Videos with simple storylines and lots of actions, such as old comedies like I Love Lucy or Little Rascals. How about a video of Lawrence Welk? Maybe some old cartoons such as Betty Boop or Felix the Cat. And schedule exercise activities that involve reflexive responses such as kickball, ball toss, parachutes. You can try completing the end of familiar proverbs and titles to familiar old songs. And take into account environmental considerations at the change of shift. So put coats out of view of the residents. Be mindful of not declaring your departure. Consider use of alternate doors if possible. The more proactive you are in your dementia care approach, the better you will be able to manage exit seeking and wandering behaviors before they happen. I go further into all of these dementia aware strategies in my book, A Loving Approach to Dementia Care, second edition, published by Johns Hopkins University Press. Or visit my website, laurawayman.com, where you will find online training resources to help you become dementia aware. I also offer phone, Skype, or Zoom consultations in order to provide you with a customized solution to your dementia care challenges. And before I sign off today, I also want to show you a face mask I ordered online to try. As you know, face masks cover your mouth, making it difficult for the dementia challenge resident to understand and process what you're saying, and even if you're smiling or not. So I wanted to let you know about these face masks. They were made specifically for the hard of hearing. You might want to try them out and see if they're helpful. What do you think? I know they fog up a little bit, but at least you can read my lips and you can see that I'm smiling. Signing off for now, with love, the Dementia Whisperer.